Mocan Podcast. With me, Karisma, and my partner, Miss Hardi. And today we have special guest here with us. He is Mr. Sean, the marketing advisor of Ratu Oceania Raya, Bali. And without any further ado, good afternoon, Mr. Sean. Let him introduce himself, okay? Okay. Yeah, you can say your name.
Yeah, sure. My name's Sean. I'm from England, and I'm the marketing advisor for Ratu Oceania Raya. And I've been with the company since we started in 2007. Yeah. 15 years ago.
15 years?
Yes.
Okay.
When we were all young then. So, yeah.
Okay.
What is your nationality?
I'm English, originally from England. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to add any other information for our audience so that they know more about you?
Yes. As we said, I'm from England. I've been in the hospitality industry for 42 years now. I started when I was 14. And I've been in the cruise industry for just over 32 years. And that's working shoreside, on the ship, and obviously with Ratu as well. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Mainly in hotel management, food and beverage, and human resources and training and development as well. So I've kind of covered quite a few areas like that. So I'm here to help you. Yeah.
Long time to work in cruise ship. Well, as you said that you have 32 experience in cruise ship. Okay, during your career in cruise ship, do you have like the biggest challenges that you have to overcome during your career?
I think there is one big challenge, and it's the same for everybody who goes into the industry, and that is adapting to the lifestyle. It's very different from working on land because the freedom part is taken away because you're on one unit, let's say one ship, and adapting to the hours that you work. It can be challenging sometimes because you can go up to 12, 14 hours a day sometimes, depending on the ship, where the ship is. Learning a new job, even though you might have the job on land, it's very different when you're on board the ship. Making new friends, sleeping in a cabin which is a little bit smaller than maybe your bedroom at home, and just going to new places. So normally the first 4 weeks on a ship are probably the most challenging for anybody. Doesn't matter if you're the captain or if you're an entry-level position, everybody walks up the gangway the first time. And that's when your stomach kind of goes around a little bit. But after a couple of weeks or something, you know, you're not the new crew member anymore on the ship. Somebody else is coming up, and then slowly you get used to the routine that you're in, waking up early, going to bed late and all that, and then it just becomes a lot easier. And it's a very infectious industry. Sometimes you're on there saying, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, I want to go home. You talk to your friends, and then you realize when you come home on vacation, you want to get back to the ship straight away. Yeah, because you've got money in your pocket, you're helping the family, but sometimes your friends are just doing the same thing, and you say, you know what, I was in Alaska 2 weeks ago, I was in South Africa, I was in America, I want to go back. And that's how the industry attracts you and keeps you. So, but I would say the first 4 weeks are probably the hardest part for anybody. Yeah.
So if I could say that it's about adapting, right?
Adaptation, absolutely. That's it. Yeah.
Did you think to quit your job on your first month?
Many times. You know, not so much quit. You question, why am I here? Why am I doing this? When I went on board, they said, what are you doing here? By my manager. I said, well, I'm here to work. And he said, good luck. That's literally what he said to me. So when you suddenly realize, like I said before, you're working these long, long hours and no one's saying thank you. This was in my day though. No one's saying thank you, what a great job. It's just do it or there's the gangway. So the easy way is to quit. That's the easy way out. The hardest part is to say, you know what, I enjoy this and I will do anything to make it work. It wasn't about paying my own ticket home and all that stuff. It's because my personality was to stay. I'm not a quitter. I don't quit, whatever, how hard it is. And so if I had to work 3 days straight, no sleep, then I would work 3 days straight, no sleep. So, you know, I think a lot of people not so much want to quit, they just question, oh, I don't need this, I don't want this, whatever. My advice, talk to people. Now you have a human resources department on board the ships. They are there for you to talk to you and to maybe give you advice, make you feel more welcome. Lifestyles on the ship are a lot easier now for crew. And when I say easier, is you have a lot more opportunities to relax. We never had the internet or anything, we just had a crew bar and a crew gym. But now you have so many more facilities, the food is much better for the crew, your cabins are better because you have the phone with internet access, televisions, fridges. We never had any of that, you see. But it's okay because it's much better for crew. You have time management now, so working on the industry now is much more attractive for people. It's the industry that attracts people and keeps them. But like I said, there's going to be times when you do say, I miss my home, I want to go home. But I think a lot of the times, the families don't want you to come home because, you know, A, you're making money for the family, and B, it's, you know, why, if you quit now and then you're going to quit again another job and then quit again, then, you know, it doesn't say much about the person. So, you know, I would say for any crew member, existing, returning, new hire, whatever, if you're finding it difficult, talk to people. Don't make a decision where you're going to regret it. That's what I would say, yeah.
Okay, we got it. So, even though it's challenging, but it sounds interesting at the same time. And then, now we are in pandemic situation. Okay, how do you see the difference between the career before pandemic and then after the pandemic? And then, is there any opportunity working in cruise ship after pandemic?
Well, the good news to that is yes. The industry had a horrible 2 years. I mean, globally, horrendous. And it was, you know, since it started, I think February, March 2020, hundreds of thousands of people were affected. Not just on the ship, but people shoreside as well, businesses shoreside that were connected to the industry. And I'm really happy now that the industry's got back to where it's going to be. Ships are allowed to sail at 100% now. You don't have to sail at just 50%. So that is good, obviously, for revenue from a corporate standpoint. But now ships need people. You know, this was coming. I knew this was coming. And they want people to go back onto the ships. They need them because now suddenly more ships are coming back out into sail and to different, wherever they are going to be around the world. So it's a fantastic opportunity. It's a different world now because of the protocol. You know, I mean, we're wearing masks on board the ship and everything. But you know, you adapt to these things, you know, with your sanitation, such and so forth. But it's a very, very small price to pay. You know, the positions are there. Opportunity is definitely there for people. So absolutely, it's a great time to go back into the industry. Yeah.
Next question. Talking about the opportunity to work in cruise ship, what are the requirements to work there?
The requirements are first and foremost English. And that is a spoken English. You need to read English as well because the signs are in English as well, and to understand it because whether you're front of house or back of house, you still need to converse with people. Announcements are made in English, so you need to be able to listen to that as well because of safety primarily. So English first and foremost will be the number one requirement that anybody's looking for. There needs to be a skill factor there, which is your technical ability. So for the position you're interviewing for, you need to have some sort of knowledge and prior experience in there as well. Sometimes that can be only 6 months, sometimes they say a year. It really depends on the principal. You need to have a positive attitude. Positive attitude, a good personality and passion for what you do. Because you must enjoy it. If you're there just for money, it's not going to be a good job for you, because the time is going to go very slow, and you can tell if someone's there because they enjoy it or because they just want to make dollar bills. So I would really make sure that your mindset is very open and you're going in for the right reason. You want to do this because I want to progress my career. It's something different in hospitality for me. I want to try this for maybe a couple, 3, 4 years. But try it. But you've got to have these standard requirements. And again, I'll go back to English. Without the English, the rest won't happen for you. So that's probably your number one requirement. Yes.
So the requirement is learning English.
Learning English continuously.
Continuous.
Always learning English. Don't just wait for an interview 2 weeks before. If you want to do this now and you're 15 years old, I would suggest start learning English now. Because the more you do it, the more you practice, the better you become and the more confident you become. And then when you talk to somebody like me, you're not, am I saying the right things? You just feel very confident in what you say. That's what I would do. That's the main requirement.
Okay, the number one requirement is good English.
Yes.
And then positive attitude.
Positive attitude, good personality, passion for what you do. Passion. Technical ability. You can always train people to be better at their job. You can't train someone to be happy. You can't. You either are happy or you're not happy. And when somebody on the ship is paying thousands of dollars for a vacation, they don't want to see somebody who's unhappy in their job. They want you smiling all the time. Yes, yes, yes.
Smile.
So that's important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Technical ability is important, but that can always get better and that will come. All right?
Right. Let's move to the final question.
Yes, the conclusion of today's conversation. Okay. Do you have any final advice for our writers or any other audiences who want to work on cruise?
Advice, first of all, don't be afraid about the industry. It's hard work. And there's lots of horror stories out there, and I worked this and I did this. Yes, it's a tough industry and you need to understand that. But I would suggest if you want to do it, follow your heart and do it, because 9 times out of 10 it's the best decision people ever make. Because again, they get to travel, meet new friends, you make money. I mean, you're not doing it for free.
Yeah.
But you also have to do your own part before, and that again goes back to the English. You have to do your part to get the job. I want to do this, so I must do this. There is no freebies in this business. Because otherwise, if you don't have the passion to learn English to get on the ship, you're really not going to do very well at all. So my advice is absolutely give it a go. Absolutely. With Monarch, with Ratu, we're here to help you. But make sure you do your part. And again, I cannot stress enough learning English. That's the bottom line for everything. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure.
For the advice. I think we have to end this episode of Monarch podcast. Okay. I think that's all. Maybe Miss Karisma, you want to say something?
Okay.
before?
Thank you so much for
Pleasure.
your
Thank you.
advice for our writers or our audiences, and then we are really happy to have you here in Monarch Bali Candidasa, and we hope that another occasion we will meet again and talk this kind of conversation, this information. Thank you so much for coming.
My pleasure.
And then, bye.
Go Monarch.
Go Monarch. Yeah.
Go Ratu.
Go Ratu.
Thank you.